Live. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of ATL on Fire, the podcast where we talk all things Atlanta United and all things soccer. And thankfully, Dave, Carmen, we're going to talk all things soccer, which is the World Cup.
I think we gave up on Atlanta United, so now we have something to talk about again.
Yes.
Thank goodness.
We took a hiatus, right?
Like one of the best things about the World Cup is no more Atlanta United.
Yeah, we don't have
for
to
a
think
little
about
bit.
Atlanta United for a while.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
So,
Crap.
yeah, I feel like I have truly not even had any wave of excitement until, honestly,
For the World Cup or for Atlanta United?
for the World Cup.
Whoa.
Definitely not Atlanta United.
Same.
Up until watching the U.S.-Germany game, then I got pumped up.
Okay.
Oh, you waited for a while. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, look, maybe we should thank our sponsors first.
Let's do it. We're drinking some red wine, so we should thank our friends up at Wolf Mountain Vineyards in Dahlonega.
Yep.
Beautiful time of year, as always, to go up there.
It was gorgeous. I was up there a few weeks ago.
Dahlonega
With
Plateau.
Yeah.
Get some wine,
Beautiful.
get some food, walk around the vineyard.
I need to get up there. I'll
yeah.
get up there.
And, of course, if you are in the Atlanta area and find yourself at a Wild Heaven Brewery, there's 3 locations, one here in Avondale Estates. There is one on the west side and one now at Toco Hills with Fox Brothers Barbecue, one of our favorites,
Very
where we
nice.
host the podcast from time to time. Wonderful beers. I hear there's a new one that they're exploring. I can't tell anything about it. I don't know if I'd be breaking rules by that, but
Yeah,
You're going to reveal the proprietary
I don't know.
beer beverage
Nick-
on the podcast?
Nick said the brewmaster had something that he thought was pretty epic. So I haven't had it yet, but excited. But also you can get a Wolf Mountain Vineyard bottle of wine at those
That's right.
locations as well if you're a wine drinker.
That's right.
So go enjoy some soccer at those locations. I hear there's some new TVs that are now put up at the Avondale Estates location.
Nice.
So definitely
Go
going to
watch the
have
Cup.
the cup there
Very
and at
exciting.
Toco Hills.
Good
So
place to watch.
exciting. Yeah.
All right, so my question to you, Mikey Dobbs, is why, and to you, Carmen, as well, why weren't you guys that excited up until recently about the World Cup?
Carmen?
I don't know. I hope it wasn't Atlanta United's fault that I was just breaking up with soccer generally. But I think it was how expensive the tickets were. Like, I was excited to go to games, then all of a sudden it was like, well, I guess that's not happening. And I think that's kind of what it did. And then just the Trumpster fire we're in, I think also kind of messed it up for me. But,
Okay.
that's why I wasn't too excited.
Yeah, 2 things that, as someone who thought I was going to have a couple tickets in pocket, and I finally have one, thanks to you, Dave. And
That's
Carmen and I are
right.
going to enjoy the Spain-Cape Verde game
Woohoo!
on Monday.
Should be a tight one.
Yeah. And
Yeah, okay, good.
no, and so, I think the fact that I was not as prepared not to have tickets in hand and just also the games in Atlanta, I think,
Yeah.
were not as
That's a good one.
graded matchup as I thought.
You mean
they'd be
the whole first
the whole,
round?
yeah, the whole
Pretty
group,
much.
group stages. There's a lot to be desired with the Spain versus Cape Verde, which is going to be my first World Cup soccer game ever. So I am
Ever? Really?
yeah, that I'll be
Whoa.
attending. Yeah,
Where were you in 94? Was it 94?
I was in high school. I didn't have any money. I didn't even have $25 for a game back then. No, I kid, but I just because there was none in Atlanta. I wasn't traveling.
Yeah.
I would have had to really beg and borrow from the parents to
Right.
pull that off. And then, finally, my biggest issue was the friendlies that we went to see here at Mercedes-Benz, the Belgium and Portugal losses. I was just
You weren't enthralled by the epic soccer in those matches?
yeah. I mean, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was.
And that still it has a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth. Except, of course, we beat Senegal and had a good performance against Germany. We'll talk about that. So back on the front foot, and of course, I've got my jersey back on. I'm ready to go.
I have to say, I need to get some credit and love here because I've been saying for the entire time, not worried. Not worried. No, you guys were like, oh, we're terrible. We're worried, blah, blah, blah. I was not worried.
Still worried.
No. Well, I am worried about some things, but
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Like I told you, I was going to keep the tags on this jersey until after seeing what was
I'm
going to go on.
extremely worried, but that's
Now,
not
I have
going
to
to
say-
it's not going to stop my patriotism.
I have to say, I
pumped
agree
up.
with you, and I was thinking that was probably what you're going to say, is that it is so disappointing. I've been talking about this World Cup, particularly with my kids who both played soccer, for years when they announced it, right?
Yep.
And we're like, we're going to go to all these games,
Yeah.
right? And I am taking my son to a game.
Nice.
But
the plethora of dreams that you had.
we were like, oh, we're going to go.
Definitely.
Because when it was in 94, my father and I went to all 3 first-round matches at Giant Stadium. We went to a second-round match in Washington, D.C., and we went to a second-round match in New York, and we went to a quarterfinal in Boston. So I was at 3, 4, 5, 6 matches.
Yeah.
Oh, so you were ready to go to like
I was like,
game after
we're
game
going
after
to 6
game.
matches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know, you were able to in '94. You were able to get tickets for $50 to $100
yeah.
on the regular.
So what they did in '94, which is what I thought they were going to do here, is that they made you buy initially the whole package for that stadium. Right. So you couldn't just buy one. You had to buy all the New York, for example, all the ones at Giant Stadium. And then after they did that for that round, then they sold anything that was left over as single tickets, which is why I was able to get 2 more. But I had all of the Giant Stadium matches, and then I had 2 more.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought they were going to do here, which completely makes sense what they should have done, because the problem they have is in the first round, they've got some really crap games.
Because there's so many teams, you're going to have a lot of crap
Yes.
games.
So the only way you're going to fill up that stadium is if you sold all of the stadium as a block, right? So then, people want to go to 1 or 2 of them. Maybe they want to go to particularly the 32 and the 16, round of 16 games, for example, at Mercedes-Benz. And then to do that, they'd be willing to buy the first rounders to go see, Uzbekistan versus Congo,
FIFA,
which is what I have tickets for.
FIFA blocked out the regular fan from being able to go
it's
there.
awful.
As even just the
Absolutely.
starting point. So if you buy this, what the special through Atlanta United was what for the Spain Cape Verde that they
Well, the original for a season ticket holder like us, they offered us a ticket for all the matches, kind of like we were talking about. But that ticket was through some special whatever. It was $12,000 for one ticket.
right.
Are you what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
So I was like, no. Because I was willing to pay a lot. I mean, when we
That's
were,
the thing.
to be honest, we had this conversation. Mikey Dobbs and I had this conversation a long time ago, and I was like, the World Cup games are going to be like 200, and he was like, no effing way. They're going to be like 500, 600. So I was prepared, thanks to him.
Thank you, Mikey Dobbs.
And I was like, all right, fine. I'm going to pay my, my 400, 500. I'll go get some crap tickets, high tickets, whatever. But then it turned out that the tickets were, even now, the tickets are 1,200, 1,400. And I'm like,
Yeah.
So do you think that there's going to, like at the last minute here, that they're going to come down on Ticketmaster?
It's funny I've been watching them because I am determined to get myself into the round of 32 game and the round of 16 game. I'm going to be in that stadium.
All right, I like
Yeah.
it.
All right.
So I've been watching. Right now, I can get a round of 32 game for about $500.
Okay.
So it
Okay,
has
that's
come
not too
down
bad. Yeah, that's not
a little
bad.
bit. I
Keep me
haven't
posted
it.
on that. Cause
But that round of 32 game could be total crap because, as we'll talk about the
Right.
bracket, there's a bunch of crap teams that are going to get out of the group.
Yeah.
And I mean, while we just talk about it now, so just so we're all on the same page, there are 12 groups of 4. The first 2 teams make it, and then a bunch of third place teams make it. So it starts with 48 and goes to 32. So each team plays 3 games, and you only eliminate 16 teams.
so another 6
Jeez.
make it through that are third placers.
Yes. Yes.
So how does that work? Is
So
it
it's
based on?
Yeah, what's the
20.
math?
It's 24 first and second place teams, and then to get to 32, it's another 8.
Oh,
So it's
another
8 of the 12.
But how do they decide that coming out of the group based on points?
Yeah,
And
it's the top 8
goals?
third place teams.
So the top based on
how they do.
What if there's like a tie on something?
I'm about to say there's
There's
so
all
many now.
these-
There's got to be like.
but first of all, 8 of the 12 get through, so they don't have to do a lot of eliminating.
I guess that's a good point.
But anyway, it's all based on there's all these tiebreakers. It goes from points to goals for and goals against and differential and blah 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 blah. But anyway.
Like MLS, everybody makes the playoffs.
Everybody's making it to the round of 32. So now it's actually, the one thing you'll say is like, it's a bracket now.
Yeah.
So for example, for those of you who are interested in doing Fantasy World Cup, which has always been awful, because Fantasy World Cup doesn't work because you have the first round games, you got to pick them. And so most fantasy things, you have to pick everything at once because otherwise it's really hard for like ESPN to have a redraw at some point. So what they would do is you would have to pick the first and second place winners and then you would have your bracket. But even if you picked the right 2 teams, if you got them in the wrong order, then your bracket was super effed. You actually missed it because you weren't even picking between the right teams.
Yeah.
But that's not true this year. So like for example at ESPN, they just totally ignored the first round. And they're like, okay, we have a bracket of 32. Our fantasy will start with that bracket, and it's straight through. So everybody will have all of the teams just like an NCAA draw.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we did a Calcutta, as we always do in the neighborhood here, all the guys, and that was fun. The other night, we went down to the pool, and you basically go in a circle. You pick a team, and you basically can put as much money as you want on that team or not, and it goes around, and you can bid up or bid down. And if your team makes it out, advances out of the group, and then every other subsequent stage, you get a percentage of the total pool. Okay. So like 0.5% if you make it out of the group, 2% if you make it out of around a 32, et cetera, and it goes up to like 5%.
All right.
If you win the
what do you got?
5 or 6%. I have 2 teams. I have
what we got?
the United States of America.
Of course he does. Of course he does.
Somebody who is talking about us not doing that well. That's a bold pick.
Well, it's
a Mikey Dobbs pick.
Exactly.
Let's be honest.
And then another Mike. Come on. So if you have to pick, I'll give you. I'll buy a nice bottle of wine if you guess my other team that is a classic Mikey Dobbs pick here.
It's got to be someone who you kind of hate. So it can't be like, I know you love
Nailed
England.
it.
You love England, but it's not
someone
gonna be
you
England.
hate?
Yeah.
He picks someone he's like, no way. There's no chance. And it's just to be a
And I'll even give you another
contrarian.
hint. It's not the team that I was giving crap about at Mercedes-Benz with the jerseys.
Got it. Okay. So not Portugal. Yeah. Not Portugal. Okay. Are you a Brazil person?
I am a Brazil person.
Okay, you are.
He likes Brazil.
I just gave you two cheats there too, so I'm narrowing the odds for you.
It's tough.
It's just kind of an easy. It's kind of an easy one if you think about
that
it.
you hate.
Yeah, be somebody who we would like no
France.
way they're going.
France.
Nailed it.
But France is like
they're very dislikable.
They're dislikable, but they're also very likely to go
Very
pretty
good.
far.
Yeah.
That's why I picked them, right? Yeah,
I like it. So you can hate watch, but then you still advance.
I get to hate
like
watch
it.
Mbappe.
I like it.
So I'm like,
I like it.
I'm winning no matter what is kind of my
I like
theory.
it.
Right.
There's been some good hate watching in soccer recently, and I'm with that. I'm with
All right.
Yep.
So we start talking about the U.S. roster and how we looked in the last 2 games.
Let's talk about the roster, Senegal and Germany over the last 10 days, week, and the starting lineup out of the back. We saw Turner against Senegal, correct?
Yeah, he played both of the backup keepers.
Now, before we get there, were there anybody that you were shocked didn't make the team or shocked that did make the team? Just real quick.
I wasn't really happy that Roldan made the roster, to be perfectly honest.
But it wasn't that controversial because he loves Roldan. So
I
agree with you that I think Roldan shouldn't have been picked, but
pick somebody else.
But he was always going to pick Roldan. So I don't know whether you mean controversial in terms of he shouldn't be picked because they're not good enough or because it was a surprise.
Yeah, I guess the question is there anybody that you think should be on the roster that's not on the roster?
Well, the glaring hole, the thing that he left us in the total lurch about is
Musa.
Well, no, Musa. That was an omission that people
I'd rather have Musa on the roster than Roldan.
Well, yeah, for sure. But the thing is that we have nobody outside of Tyler Adams to play defensive midfield. right? So the guy who had been groomed as the backup was Tessman, and he left him off the roster.
Yeah.
So he thinks that either Berhalter or Roldan is the backup to Tyler Adams. Yeeks.
Yeah.
God bless us if Tyler Adams
That makes
gets
no sense.
anything.
Tweaks
Because
anything.
neither of those guys, whether you like them or not, neither of them are really defensive midfielders.
Yeah.
At least Tessman plays defensive midfield.
I mean, that's a start, but
Like,
okay.
That's his actual position.
All right. Okay. Continue.
So I was surprised that it left.
Yeah.
Even though I actually thought that Tessman, I really was pretty high on Tessman. He's still super young. But he wasn't playing that well in the matches, more recent matches. Like, he didn't look that good.
No, he didn't. But Senegal, we got Freeze starting. We had...
Well, let me say one more thing about the other one who was unfortunately left out was Cordosa, but not because it was
Johnny
an omission.
Cordosa, yeah.
It's because he got injured.
Oh, that's right.
So he was playing for He started for Atletico Madrid.
I know, but he never has really shined yet for us.
He hadn't really shined, but he was certainly, you would
such a
think,
good
be on the
player, yeah.
roster, and he got hurt. So anyway, that wasn't Pochettino's call. Anyway, go ahead. You're talking about
Yeah,
Freeze.
the Senegal game out of the back, we got had Freeze. We had Dest.
No, we had in the Senegal game.
Yeah, it was Turner.
No, we had Turner at the first half, and then we had the third string goalkeeper,
Bradley.
Bless his heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Turner, but we did have pretty much the stars. Tyler Adams did not start that game.
Chris Brady is the Chicago Fire.
Adams didn't start that game, did he? Senegal, I don't believe he did.
Yeah, I think he did.
Maybe he did.
I think he did.
But we did have Dest. We had Ream. I don't think Miles started that game.
No. I mean, Carmen's going to bring up the lineup from that game, but
Yeah.
it looked like mostly our starting lineup, but it was the big omission
we had
from was
Balogun
Weston
and
McKinney wasn't
Pulisic.
in the starting lineup. Balogun was up top, Pulisic was up top, so those guys started. The big one was Weston McKinney wasn't in there.
Yeah, they put him in the second half, didn't they?
Yeah, he played in the second half with
he kind of kept the groups, I think, a little different in that.
Okay, so it was Turner, Dest, Robinson, and Ream. It was and Freeman was a little bit of a surprise, and Mark McKenzie. That was all the back line, right? And then it was Berhalter and Gio Reyna next to Tyler Adams in the center midfield.
Right.
And then it was Ricardo Pepi actually starting up top.
That's right.
Right. It was Balogun. Balogun came in second. So Balogun and McKinney came in the second half as what we thought would be the starters. And it seems from the second match in Germany that they are the starters.
And so was the first goal the little pass to Pulisic, who cut it and then played it behind the keeper?
Pulisic had assist and then he had a goal.
Yeah, so I think his first was an assist, right? And then he had a goal.
That's correct. He looked dynamic early on in both matches.
Yeah. And I'm trying to remember, I think he cut down to the end line or he had a nice cross to somebody.
Serginho Dest, who was
Serginho
just running
Dest.
inside the six. And what's nice about that is that Serginho Dest is like in this lineup. So I love the formation. Let's go back to the formation. It's very clear that we're going to be playing 5 in the back, 3 in the midfield, and 2 up front. Now, here's a couple things that I love. So first of all, if you're the U.S., we've had this problem. If you play like 4 in the back and 4 in the midfield or whatever, you end up with 2 sets of wingers, right? So we have really good outside backs going forward.
Right. That's
Robinson
why it works.
And Dest.
I mean, we have I want to say 2 top 10 winger. I mean, I don't know, Dest. I put Anthony Robinson in the top 7 left backs wingers in the world.
Could be.
Yeah.
Dest is probably in the top 20.
Yeah. I think that's you're in the right ballpark.
In the right ballpark, right?
Yep.
But fully capable of going forward, both of them. But Anthony Robinson, a little bit better defender than Dest, but both dynamic going forward. But also, I mean, just complete athletes, so they'll be able to run back and forth.
Yeah, and you also have, as you get into the tournament, you have the possibility. So Weah plays that. He's played that a lot for his club team and provides the backup for that outside. Now, we don't really have any kind of backup for Jedi Robinson. And that's not Pochettino's fault. Like, We just don't have it.
Yeah.
In fact, we don't even carry another left-footed left back on the roster. The backup is Arson, and he's right-footed playing on the left side. Now, he does that for Columbus. He plays right-footed on the left side.
So he'll be playing in his natural position at least. But
even the fact you said for Columbus kind of scares me.
Well, he's a backup. If he sees the field, we're in trouble.
That's not.
Yeah, I won't be happy, but Arson isn't a total, I don't know, at least he didn't make me cringe, at least in a lot of the games. Maybe he did you, but not me.
But the weird thing is, he included so many backs, right? So you got Joe Scally, who's ostensibly what I would say the third string right back. Why do we need a third right back? I mean, I guess the idea is that maybe he can fill in at the right center back.
Who's the other right back? You're going to put Robbins?
Way as the backup for Dash, clearly.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're not playing. So previously, all during, a lot of the Pochettino era and everybody before, we've been playing 3 up front. So whenever you play 3 up front, it limits Pulisic because it pushes him over to the side. You have either Pepe or Balogun in the middle, and then you have, it's been Way a lot of times on the right, and he's really good in that formation.
And what about Trusty?
We'll get to that in a second. But the front 3, right, the problem is when you do that, when you play Way as a front right, then the overlapping right back, let's say it's Serginho Dest, they run into each other because you got 2 guys who love to go outside and do it. So I think he did a really smart thing by playing 5 in the back, not playing that, letting those outside backs bomb forward. We have 2 great players at that. And then the thing that Atlanta United and Pineda used to do, which drove me crazy, is when he went to 5 in the back, he would still only play 2 center midfielders. Okay, so most teams are playing 3, and we would just get overwhelmed in the middle. So I said, I'm okay if he plays 5 in the back as long as he sticks with 3 center midfielders, and he has. So Tyler Adams, Weston McKennie, and it's either going to be Tillman or Berhalter. At least it's 3 in the middle, so we're playing 3v3. And that leaves the 2 forwards, Pulisic and Balogun, or sometimes Ricardo Pepi, to just go wherever they want as long as they don't get in the really outside in the way of the outside backs overlapping.
Yeah.
So I love what he's done with the formation. That's actually what I would have done.
Okay. You've been pretty pleased over text. You're like, this is exactly what I've asked for.
Well, the one thing going into the World Cup, I said, look, we have a great team.
You didn't want Ream on the roster.
No, I said if Ream is starting, we're in trouble, and I'll get to that in a minute. But I said, I really love that we have a lot of guys in their prime. We can go through their ages again if you would like. We have a ton of guys that are between 25 and 30, like super in their prime. And my big concern was, would they be healthy? Right? And, knock on wood, because we are a couple of days from the starting. But I believe outside of Cardoso, who wasn't necessarily going to be a starter or whatever, I think everybody is going to be healthy for the first game of the World Cup on Friday.
Yeah.
Which is stunning.
Anthony Robinson limped off, but they said it was cramps.
They said it was cramps.
Okay.
Yeah. That backflip didn't help, I don't think.
Yeah.
Using a different set of muscles.
Scored the best goal you've ever seen. You got to do a backflip.
I mean, yeah.
What a bomb
How
that
about
was.
that goal? My goodness.
That was nice.
What dreams are made of.
Yep.
So, you want to get now to the huge concern of the roster?
Oh, well.
I mean, it's obvious.
I mean, it's the center. I mean, Ream, right? And anything that happens to Chris Richards or anything in the back line. I mean, that's
anything in the center of our defense.
Yeah, anything in the spine. So, Tyler Adams goes down or Chris Richards goes down. Honest.
Well, I'm not even talking about guys going down. God bless us. If Tyler Adams goes down, we're totally effed. But if I'm talking even everybody is healthy, we got a problem in the center back. Even if Richards is fully healthy, we got a huge problem in the center back because even playing 3, which is his attempt to compensate for our lack of talent in the center of the back, they don't play it well. We've given up really cheap goals.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look good.
No.
But let's take the game against Germany since it's fresh in the mind. The cheap goal was a culmination of kind of a lot of bad decisions from.
Are you talking about the free kick?
The free kick.
I hadn't turned it on yet. I came on like 2 minutes late and I missed it.
It started by, I forget, somebody gave a bad giveaway, right? Which forced Tyler Adams to have a rush of blood and lunge in and give a free kick.
Okay.
That's right.
And then I'll let Dave analyze the very nice cross that then Ream and Miles Robinson got crossed over and
Well, it was zonal marking, and they just let Kai Havertz literally just walk in and head it with nobody on him.
I don't know that it was zonal as much as that guy just rolled around.
It was zonal marking,
Ream,
which is what's supposed to prevent that. When the picking that you're doing that sometimes is supposed to be prevented by the zonal, because you can't get picked in a zone, right?
Right.
Like, because you have the other guy in the zone who can take that. But they were like,
where'd who go?
Yeah. I mean, it was awful.
Yeah.
He walked straight down the center. I mean, he was like, when he headed that, he was pretty close to the penalty spot.
Yeah.
Which is right in the center of the
in
box.
slow
Not
motion,
good.
it looks like
Not
Free should have
good.
done better, but there's nothing you can do at point blank range.
Can't
I
do
mean,
anything like
so
that.
do I think Freeze could have made an amazing play and come out and bailed us out? Maybe.
Yeah.
But that's not what you
That's
should be
where
counting
Fredo,
on.
Bragazon, and Howard would have probably saved that.
Well, they
But that's-
probably would have killed their defenders and been like,
Oh, yeah.
what the?
Yeah.
And Weston McKinney was keeping them on side a little bit.
But that's a Pochettino decision that they're playing zonal there,
Yes. And I don't like it at all.
right? Yeah.
I mean, as you
I
know.
thought you were happy with Pochettino.
Well, except for
What's
that.
up? Well, there's going to be a lot of free kicks in the World Cup just like that, Dave.
I know.
That's
And
how
the
a lot
question
of
is
goals
whether,
are scored.
The question is whether or not they're going to make any adjustments or whether we're going to give up goal after goal on set pieces.
Yeah.
Because there's no doubt that this American team has the athleticism to contend with people in the box. We shouldn't be giving up free kick goals. I mean, not to say we couldn't give one up, but not regular.
Yeah.
Not on the regular, like.
Yeah. So we're not going to dig into each game, Senegal versus Germany. But what was your take overall? What were your key takeaways from the Senegal game, which we ended up winning 3-2?
Well, the takeaway from both games is exactly the same. Offensively, excellent. We look dynamic. We're creating a ton of chances. There are people in the box. The system looks good. The outside backs are going. There's interchanging. Everything looks great.
Yeah.
Offensively.
Like just from watching, you're enjoying the game.
Super great
Enjoying
soccer.
the game. Super great soccer. And in fact, the Germany game, and when that was done and we lost, and I was still happy just because of watching a good soccer game to be, you know what I mean? Like I watched a good soccer game. I was happy. And then we flipped over to the England versus New Zealand game. And I mean, you could have fallen asleep to that sucker. I was like, that was the least inspiring game
I
I've ever seen.
Tuchel has improved on the Southgate?
I was like, yeah, no.
Tuchel.
After seeing that England performance against New Zealand, I maybe they're gonna turn a corner. But
so here's my question: how many teams in the last 6 World Cups? That's everything after 2000.
Okay.
Have made it to the semifinals while giving up more than anything over 1 goal per game.
How many in the history of the World Cup?
No, in the modern era. So after 2000, the last 6 World Cups, anything in this century, 2000.
2014 is what you're saying.
So there's 24. There's 6 World Cups. There's 24 semifinalists. How many of them gave up more than 1.00 goals per game?
2.
3.
The answer is 0.
What?
I had a feeling it was going to be 0, but I just didn't think that was possible.
0.
How is that
Because
possible?
the World Cup is a defensive tournament. The way you win knockout
love
games
that.
is to not. Well, it's not great
like
because, like what you're saying, is it feeds into boring soccer.
Yeah.
So the reason why Southgate got them and keeps getting them to the final, they never won it, but is that he really gets them organized and they play really safe, boring soccer and they advance in knockout games. England's been great at advancing under Southgate in knockout games.
Except his penalty preparation, which he would never lose, right? In that Euro.
He over preparation. Like I've got the subs coming in for the penalty kick. Good idea.
Good idea.
Bummer.
All right.
Anyway, so my point is, if you look at World Cup advancing, our team is, I don't know, the opposite. We're going to score some goals and we're going to give up some goals. And how many shutouts have we had in the last, I don't know, 10 or 15 from Pochettino?
Oh, jeez.
Yikes.
You want to know?
Is that another 0? Like, I mean,
It's not a 0, thankfully.
Okay, we got one.
I'm going to say 1.
It's a 1. We beat Japan 2-0, and that's the only game we've gotten a shutout in like the last 10 or 15.
Oh, man.
So that doesn't bode well.
Yeah.
And that's my problem with this team is they look awesome going forward. But unless those 3 guys actually work together. Now, to be fair, like in the last warm-up games, I said this at the time against Portugal, right, and against Belgium, we got killed. You know, we looked awesome offensively in those games too, but we got killed giving up goals, and people were really disappointed. But in all of those games, Richards was hurt and Robinson was hurt, so none of the starting backs were there. Now, that being fair, even when they're there, is it going to be that much better? I don't know.
Yeah.
So when are you putting Weah on the field? What's the game matchup where he makes it in to start?
Well, in my opinion, I think that Weah is good enough. So I think first of all, Weah should be a guy off the bench when you need a goal for sure. Like anytime it's a tie game or you're down and you truly need a goal, you'd put him in pretty early, like 60th minute, 65th minute, let him have a good 20, 30 minutes, right? And see what he can do. I also think I would be shocked if in the first round, if Weah doesn't start one of the matches. He should probably start over Dest, if nothing else, just to keep Dest fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He should be rotating the team a little bit.
How do we give Anthony Robinson a rest?
Now, one thing I will say, Pochettino, his history at club, now he's not with the World Cup because he's never coached a national team before. His history with club soccer is never to rotate. He just puts out his starting 11 all the time. So it's going to be really interesting. His history would say the 11 is going to be the 11, and it's going to be the 11 every single game.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't do that. I think our team is deep enough, and not to say I would tweak everything all the time, but I would have some rotations.
Well, I don't mind the starting, and then if you get a lead, make some changes and
Make changes early,
and yeah.
But if it were me, I would definitely have some rotations in the first 3 matches in the opening grab to make sure people are fresh as we get to the knockouts.
So, Dave, have you done the analysis for the U.S. to make it out of our group? We obviously want to finish first. We've got the first game this Friday against Paraguay, 9:00 kickoff.
Actually, keep going, but
then we
I'm gonna
play
argue with you.
Australia.
Mm-hmm. No, not Australia. No.
Yeah,
we play
Australia,
Paraguay,
and
Australia,
then,
sorry.
Australia,
yes.
and then Turkey.
You're right.
And yeah, I feel like neither Turkey nor I think I'm most afraid of Turkey and Australia, to be honest. Which teams do you think are the toughest in our group? I think Australia always is an odd, difficult team to play. Every time I've watched them play the U.S. and other teams, they just seem to have a strange tenacity about them that make them a really difficult team to play.
So first of all, I think our group is not easy. It's not hard because there's no such thing as a hard. We've been in groups of death before, and we've talked about this in previous tournaments where they said that the top teams, the seeded teams, couldn't play each other. So it was all the best. It was Brazil and Argentina and the best European teams, and because of that, we were almost guaranteed to be in a group with a South American team, the best second place European team, and us. We had a better than a 50% chance of being in the group of death in all these last World Cups. So that's disaster.
Yeah.
But there's no such thing as a group of death anymore because there's so many groups. There's 12 groups of 4. I think our group is, there are no teams that scare you, but I think all the teams that we're playing are capable. I think Paraguay's a decent team. I think Turkey's a decent team. And I think Australia's a decent team.
Yeah. Because didn't Turkey beat us pretty good in a friendly?
Did they?
I think they put a smackdown on us. I don't know.
Sure.
7 months ago. I don't know. I'll look that up as you keep going.
Possible.
But what I was going to call you on a little bit. So, there's a zillion permutations, and so, according to all the permutations, right? So if we finish first, here are the teams that we are likely to play in round 2. It's either Bosnia and Herzegovina, Ivory Coast, Sweden, Algeria, or Norway, right? And if we finish second, the teams that we would likely play is Iran or Egypt. None of those teams scare you, whatever. The 30 rounds of 32 is going to be pretty even. The only one that looks like they've been pretty good but don't have a lot of history is Norway with Erling Haaland, who's just been monster scoring goals for Norway. But anyway, depending on whether you finish first, if you finish first, the team that's most likely to be our round of 16 is Belgium. Whereas if you finish second, the most likely to be in the round of 16 is either Argentina or Uruguay. So I think you'd want to play Belgium certainly before you played Argentina. But here's the real kicker. If you're going to go really far, the quarterfinal matchup, what's the most likely quarterfinal matchup? So if you finish first, it's likely to be Spain. That's the top team. Whereas if you finish second, it's probably get Portugal. And of course, you'd much rather play Portugal than Spain.
I don't know, would you?
Yeah.
Spain's
really?
loaded.
I don't know, man. So is Portugal.
Oof.
Portugal's pretty loaded too, man.
And we've.
I think you're splitting hairs on that one.
So to
Both
me,
that sucks.
it
Not
looked
good.
like finishing first gives you the better chance of making it to the quarterfinals. Finishing second makes you a better chance of getting to the semifinal, if that's your ultimate goal.
By the way, I think it was wrong.
Harder to get to the quarterfinal and easier to get to the semi.
Wasn't Turkey that I was thinking. It was somebody else we got beat
No,
pretty
I
good.
think we lost, but we did lose.
That was a different game, I think. It was another game we got spanked, though, in those fall games that we had the 2-week bad run. We had like two good friendlies and two badly. It's like,
who did we get spanked against? We got spanked against a decent team that
was
wasn't
it
great.
Switzerland beat us pretty good, I think. I don't know.
Anyway, I know exactly which match you're talking about, but I can't remember who. So anyway, so what do you think? Where are we going to finish?
I think we will make it to the round of 16.
Round of 32, you mean? You mean ultimately to the round of 16.
I think we'll make it out.
But I wasn't even asking that yet.
We'll make it
I was asking where are we finishing in the group?
Oh, in the group.
What place are we finishing in the group? Keep in mind that you can advance first, second, or third.
Right.
Yeah, I'm saying first because we should finish first. The probability, according to Google, is 75%, which is even worse to trust AI and their probability. So I'm still going to say
any
first.
one of those teams can give us a game and certainly get it tied.
Yeah.
None of those games are cakewalk. Like if you talk about like Spain's first round game against Capo Verde or whatever, that's a cakewalk. They're going to win 12-0, right?
Right.
We don't have any of those. There are a bunch of those. There's Haiti in the tournament, and there's Capo Verde, and there's a bunch of really terrible teams.
To be fair, though, like Australia should be an easier win. The problem is the way that
they're not great.
They always play as a team.
Yeah, they're going to be solid.
They're like the U.S. were in '94.
There's no way that we're going to beat Australia, 7-8-0 like Spain is going to beat Capo Verde.
Yeah, there's not going to. That's no
Didn't
way.
Paraguay also just lose like their third best player?
They lost their
what
best
happened?
attacking player,
Yeah.
the whole fulcrum of their team.
I missed
he
that.
got injured in their last friendly.
And Miguel
He's supposed to
Almiron?
be back in the tournament, but they
course.
say that he won't be back on Friday.
So Miggy's healthy.
Miggy's technically healthy, but he hasn't played a game in forever
Right.
because he was injured. So their whole offense. Now, to be fair, Paraguay's team, it's all defense. So if they did really well in South American qualifying,
Okay.
but it's all defense. They give up no
hear
goals.
Luis Suarez is coming in for that guy now.
Luis Suarez is from Uruguay.
Oh, damn it. I'm wrong. I was just trying to make that up. And I got that crossed up. But yeah, he is Uruguayan. That's right.
Yeah. Not Paraguay.
Not Paraguayan. Damn it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has dual citizenship. He's going for it.
I'm sure they would love Luis Suarez.
They probably would.
But anyway, they have a really good defense. That's their whole, at least in qualifying and whatever. Their defense is everything.
They're going to play a low block the entire time, right?
And if you look at Australia's going to play a low block, Paraguay is going to play a low block.
But without Miggy and the striker guy, that's a huge question mark for them.
To be honest with you, I love a team that's going to play a low block against us. If you let us dominate, I think our offense is going to score.
Yeah, I think we actually...
I don't think you can sit against us. I think your best bet against us is to go wide open. And if you, Senegal or whatever did, and you can score 2 or 3 goals against us easily. Much better strategy.
Because I do think, Christian Pulisic can break people down. Anthony Robinson, Dest. That's where those guys on the outside flanks can actually attack people, put in crosses.
And the crowds are going to be very, very pro-U.S., even with all the madness of the tickets.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Definitely.
All right. You want to go group by group?
Group by group. That's the next thing.
Let's go group by group.
Or do you want to talk about this? If you want to analyze the U.S. squad more, this is where we had this challenge. Maybe we'll do that, and then we'll go group by group, and we'll finish by predicting.
All right, so you analyze the players here?
Yeah, so Mikey Dobbs, Carmen, and I had a discussion, right? So I said this is sort of like our golden generation where finally a lot of our players are playing at really first-class clubs.
Yes.
Okay.
Right? And, because previously we would have, our best player was playing at, Fulham, which is a decent club, but not a Real Madrid or a Barcelona or a AC Milan or, one of the really top teams.
Yeah. Okay.
And I said I thought that we were, from that standpoint, we had really gotten closer to the top teams. Yeah. And Mikey Dobbs was like, no, the top teams, everybody's playing on those teams. So I did an analysis, and this is not an analysis of who are the best players or anything. So what I did is I took the top 15 teams in the country, in the world.
Okay.
Not based on FIFA because they're crap, but based on the athletic rankings.
Okay. All right.
And then
it's already cooking the books.
And then I did, something that's very Mikey Dobbs as I just asked AI to predict the starting lineup because nobody knows what the coach is going to actually do. So whatever. And I wasn't about to do it for the whole roster. That was too much. Right. So I did it for what the projected starting lineup is. So that's that caveat. And then what I did was I rated. So each player, I didn't rate the players, right? And I'll give you an example of this in a moment. I rated the level of the club team they were playing at.
Gotcha.
Right? Because we were trying to figure out whether or not the U.S. players have really made it to, they're playing at the kind of clubs that the best other World Cup teams are. Not whether we have just as good enough a team. Okay. Yeah, so for example, what I did was I gave ratings of 5 points for the top teams. So a top team is either the first place team in a slightly lower European league. Okay, if you're first or second in Holland, or if you're first or second in France.
Yeah.
And then it's also a little bit longer than that in Spain.
You rated it a little bit based on
Champions League kind of level and
parity of each league.
Yeah, a little bit on, and that's subjective.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I did it. Okay, and then and then some other leagues were less. So, and then. Example of this would be, for example, Messi. So Messi is obviously still a top player in the world, but he's playing in a league that I didn't rate very highly, MLS overall. Mm-hmm. So now they were champions. So I gave 5 points if you were at a very tough team, 3 points if you were below, and 1 point if you were really lousy. Yeah. So most MLS teams I would have at 1. I only gave a 3 if you were literally the champions. Miami happens to be.
You can just cook the books with Messi and just give him his proper rating.
Yeah.
So Messi. So in this analysis, Messi got a 3.
Yeah.
Not because he's a 3 player, because Miami is only a 3 club. They're not a top club.
Got it.
Yeah. But he's really number 1.
Okay. He's a number 1 player for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm just rating the clubs again.
So you're saying he got a 3 and is 3 better than a 1?
5 is the top, 3 is the middle, 1 is the low.
Gotcha. Okay.
So he got a middle because he plays for a middle club.
Right. But you can go ahead and just write in.
They were a winner, the top team in MLS.
Go ahead and edit that to be a 5 though.
So for example,
do the right thing.
So let's go through the U.S. roster first.
All right.
Okay. So Freeze plays at New York City FC. That's not a champion MLS. That's a 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Serginho Dest plays at PSV in Holland. Yeah. They're actually champions. So because they're champions, that gets a 5.
Yep.
Okay. Freeman plays at Villarreal in Spain. They are actually fairly middle lower in Spain, which I rated as not quite the best league, so they got a 3 for that. Richards was at Crystal Palace. They finished pretty low in the Premier League. They were below the middle, so they got a 3 as well. Ream plays for Charlotte, MLS, not a top team, 1. Jedi Robinson plays for Fulham, also not a Champions League kind of level. They got a 3. They're in the bottom half.
This is where the ratings are a little off.
Yeah.
He's clearly a 5.
He's a 5.
Right.
He's a 5, but I'm not rating players. I'm
just
rating
the club.
Just the
Just
club.
the club.
I know, right?
Club. So Bournemouth, Adams plays at Bournemouth. Bournemouth is in a European slot, so they got a 5. Weston McKennie plays at Juventus. He got a 5. Malik Tillman plays at Leverkusen. He got a 5. Pulisic plays at AC Milan. He got a 5. And Balogun plays at Monaco. They are actually a little bit lower. He got a 3. Okay. So the total points for the U.S. was 39.
Gotcha.
All right.
Okay, for our starting lineup.
Okay.
So if we talk about actually in this system, the 2 highest rated teams from this system, and I'm not saying they're the best teams, just they consistently play at the highest club.
Do they play with clubs that are rated well, right?
Yes. So the 2 biggest ones in this analysis were Germany and I'm pretty sure it was Germany and France, I believe.
That's what I like.
And England.
And by the way, Carmen, my big argument was the bench.
So Germany, France, and England are the top. Okay?
Yeah.
So let's just pick one of those that you want to talk about.
France.
Okay, France. Okay, so France has their goalkeeper is Magnan. He's the starting goalkeeper for AC Milan. So he gets a 5. They have Koundé at Barcelona, 5. Upamecano, I can never pronounce his name. Bayern Munich, 5. Saliba for Arsenal, 5. Hernandez, who plays at Al Hilal.
Yeah.
I rated all the Saudi teams as 1 because it's a crap league.
I
they
think
have a
that's
couple
fair.
of good things.
So Ronaldo sucks, is what we're saying?
No, Ronaldo's
Yes.
team sucks.
And Messi sucks? I know, but that's not then the MLS guys all get a 1 too, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Unless they win.
Okay.
Unless they're in the, I
Which-
gave a 3.
How many people on our
Messi.
roster? We've got 8 or 12 people on our roster of 26 from the MLS.
Say it again.
We have 8 or at least 8 or
right,
12.
right,
I forget which number.
But not in our
MLS.
starting lineup. We have 2 in our starting lineup from MLS. It's only Ream and Freeze. Anyway, let me keep going. So Tchouameni starts for Real Madrid. He's a 5. Conte starts for Fenerbahce. So Fenerbahce is a Turkish team, but they're champions. So they get a 5 for being that. Elise plays for Bayern Munich. That's a 5. Griezmann plays for Atletico Madrid. That's a 5. Mbappe plays for Madrid. That's a 5. And Thuram plays for Inter Milan. That's a 5. So their total is 51 points.
That's a lot.
So
higher
we have
than yours.
39.
Okay.
They have 51.
Okay.
So if you look at the top teams, they are better than us. They really, it is really impressive. I think in past years, I would have said even in Argentina or not maybe a France, but like especially in Argentina or maybe, would have had a couple of players playing from lesser teams.
I think if you even did a count of the 7 people below, it would even be more stark.
Yeah. Yes, but that doesn't matter because you only have to put 11 on the field.
It does matter because in a World Cup, you're going to have attrition. Yeah. And attrition when a Tyler Adam goes down or a Anthony Wright, you need somebody that's serviceable at a very high level.
And I would have completely acquiesced to that argument that outside of our 11 or maybe 12 or whatever, the drop-off is way higher. But I was arguing at the time that our starting lineup is playing at really top clubs and is really worthy.
And then, but then it would also be interesting, like, let's take a France, and then you rate it by, like, true individual, like...
Oh yeah.
So not only are they like then it's like even more skewed probably.
I was not arguing that our team was any level as good as France.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not what I was arguing. I was arguing that our players are now playing at the highest levels.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is a different argument.
I agree.
So let's go with Brazil. So Brazil has Allison at Liverpool. That's a 5.
Yeah.
Wesley at Roma is a 5. Roma actually is one of the top teams. Marquinhos, who just played in the Champions League final for PSG, he's a 5. Magalhaes for Arsenal is a 5. Sandro. So they have 2 players for Flamengo, and that's what I always said. They typically have a couple of starting players that are not in European Champions League.
Where's Flamengo in the Brazil?
They're first.
They're okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I gave them a 5
right?
because they're first, only because of that. Right. So they have 2 players. They have Sandro and they have Paqueta, both playing at Flamengo. They have Casemiro at Man United. That's a 5. They have Guimaraes at Newcastle. Newcastle actually slumped down to the point where they only got a 3.
Okay.
They have Rapinha at Barcelona. That's a 5. Vinny Jr. at Madrid. That's a 5. And Cunha at Man United. That's a 5. So they got 53.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the point about this. So the question is, how far do you have to go down before the club teams that they're playing at are more equivalent to what the U.S. has? So it's clear from this that France.
Yeah. Which other national teams start to hit? What was the U.S. 39? You said
was at 39.
Yep.
How far do you think you have to go down before you get to equivalent clubs?
I think you got to go down to 16.
Carmen?
So out of the okay. I don't think you have to go down too much. Gosh, you're probably right. Let's go 10.
Okay. So let's so again, the top here is France and Germany. They have, so England has 53, just repeating some things. England has 53, Germany has 55, France has 51. Okay, so those are all the big. Actually, Spain, ironically, Spain has 45, which is interesting. They're slightly lower, even though they have a terrific squad, and that's not because their players are playing so much at lesser teams. They do have a couple of players at Bilbao, which are lesser teams
that are lesser. Yeah.
I also, in part of this analysis, I looked to see whether or not they are truly playing, how many starts they had this season, and if a player is not starting, even at a top club. So let's say you're playing at Man United. So, for example, Ugarte, who's playing at Man United, I only gave him a 3 because he's not really playing.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't count. So, because, I was trying to evaluate the U.S. players, because in the past, we have had an occasional player playing at an amazing club. They just don't play.
They don't play
And then
at
they're
all.
like, that's not really...
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's not really whatever.
Yeah.
So let's just take, who do we think? I'm going to give you a couple of clubs, a couple of countries, excuse me, and you can say whether or not you think they are in our range or not.
Okay.
So let's start with Croatia.
Croatia, I could see them being below the U.S.
I'd say below.
So Croatia's at 39.
Yeah.
It's exactly tied with us. What about South Korea?
Ooh, that's a
Country
good
like
one.
that.
It's an interesting one.
Below.
Well, the problem with South Korea is I think they might be playing in some competitive leagues, but the ones you're probably ranking lower in Asia, just because it's South Korea. But so I'm going to put them lower.
Yeah, they are lower at 31.
Yeah.
Okay.
They actually have a number of
They
players.
probably have some really good players.
Well, they have
there.
some players playing they have a number of players playing in the Premier League, but at lesser size.
Yeah, like Son is on an MLS team with.
He's on an MLS team, but I'm talking about.
But what did he get on the rating with LA? Was he LAFC or Galaxy?
He was LAFC, which was like a 7th place team
Right.
in MLS. So
what
he got a 1.
He got a 1, right?
One.
We're not, again, rating the players. We're rating the
Right,
club.
I know.
right.
Rating,
That's right.
rating the
Okay.
club.
He plays for
You're
a 1 club. He's
Right.
not a 1 player.
Yeah.
You're right.
Nobody's
You're right.
arguing he's a 1
Right, but
player.
that's where I'm getting at, where the score is coming from for South Korea.
Yeah. Unfortunately, when this printed out, it's a little confusing. But anyway, okay. So
what was the ranking of the U.S.? Did we fall below?
Well, I want to do a couple
16.
more before we do that.
Couple more.
Okay.
About Colombia.
Ooh. Again,
Less.
Less because they're going to play in South American clubs that are super competitive but not going to rank, that are way better than MLS at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So Colombia's 41. It's basically a tie with us.
Okay.
Where
I'm just curious, out of the handful of players that play for top leagues, like where did the Colombians play outside of South America?
So they have 2 players playing at Crystal Palace.
Okay.
One at Galatasaray. One actually playing and starting at Bayern Munich. That's Diaz, Luis Diaz.
Yeah.
Was an amazing player.
Sure.
One at Sporting Lisbon, which is the champions.
Yeah.
And then their South American teams, they have very top, like they have one at Palmeiras, but Palmeiras is second place in Brazil. They have, and then a few that are slightly below the top, like one at Bologna, which is a bottom Italian team.
Yeah. So they only have like 4 or 5 players in Europe?
They have in Europe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of their starting lineup is in Europe.
Okay.
But they're not playing for the best.
Okay. Yeah.
They, to be honest, the U.S. is very comparable.
Yeah.
So the U.S. actually, to be honest, has a better European lineup than they do.
Yeah.
We just have a couple of MLS players that are dragging our total down. If we didn't have Ream and we didn't have Freeze, if you look at the rest on like the average, right? So if you look at our team, right, it's PSV, that's champions. Villarreal, this is a middle of the table Spanish team. Crystal Palace, middle table. Fulham, Bournemouth is a top team. Juventus is a top team. Leverkusen's a top team. AC Milan's a top team, and even Monaco is slightly below.
All right, you got any more teams for me to guess on, or are we going to the total?
I thought there was one more that I wanted you to guess on. I guess that's probably good. You can guess on. Did we do Senegal?
No.
Okay.
Senegal. I would guess Senegal is higher.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like a lot of those African nations have.
So Senegal is considered to be the best of the African nations.
Yeah. Top European connections that.
Okay.
I think with the coaching connections, I think that talent gets connected to the European clubs easier, in my opinion. I don't know. Am I wrong or right, Dave? Higher or lower?
You are wrong. They're well below us at 31.
Okay.
So they have most of their players playing at either lower Premier League teams. There's West Ham, Everton, 2 Evertons, a Crystal Palace. They have a couple of people playing in Saudi Arabia. They have Villarreal. They have 3 in Saudi Arabia. One playing at Monaco, and only one really at a famous, they have one playing at Bayern Munich.
How many of their starting 11 play at like an unknown?
Well, do you include the Saudi Arabian clubs as unknown?
No, because that's probably a really good player that's like retired.
I mean, what's interesting is actually in none of this analysis in the top 15 teams do you ever really get any club that's almost unknown.
Okay.
Like almost ever.
Oh.
Like I knew. Now I happen to know like Fenerbahce is not an unknown to me.
Yeah,
okay.
But a name that you're.
But you have to go like even like Croatia has a player for Red Star Zagreb. But that's a really top team from a lower country. There's like Uruguay has a player playing at Panathinaikos, which is a top Greek team, right? So there are very few players who are starting in this tournament that of the top 15 teams that are not playing at really top teams.
So 16th. I'm ranking this lower than we are. My gut now says they're probably 11, but let's see how I stand at 16.
It depends on whether you include the tie. So technically, we are 11th, 12th, and 13th, a tie for those.
Okay. That's all that.
So my gut, after going through that, landed me right around.
Right.
So we are, when you take the top teams, France, Spain, Argentina, Brazil, those teams, they really are playing still a slight cut above where we're playing. It's not actually that far, but it is slight cut above. But once you go beyond that, when you get to the slightly next tier, we are absolutely. So that's where we are.
Okay. Now,
that took a long time to do that.
It was great, though. I actually enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good homework.
Well done, sir.
All right, now we got the groups.
The groups.
The group.
Let's go through each one. We said there was no group of death, but
No, there really isn't. Because there's no.
But let's
48
just
teams.
scan through. So in Group A, we got Mexico, South Africa, Korea, and Canada.
Yep.
In Group B, we've got.
What'd you say?
Well, let's go one at a time because
I
people
know.
will
I
never
just
remember.
I just want to do a quick click through.
All right.
And say who is, if you had to pick a group of death in this thing.
There are two groups that are slightly above, but not much.
All right. So I think, let's just scroll through here quickly. The one that stands out to me is
I think England.
that France, Senegal, and Norway one I would say
Yep.
is very tough.
Group I.
And then the other one that has the Ivory Coast in it is the one that I would pick.
Ivory Coast. Let's see. Did I go too fast? There it is.
Germany, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador. I would say that's number 2.
I would not probably put that as the number 2. I think what you were saying before, Carmen, if you go back down to England, go to England.
Yeah, the
I
England
think
group is
theirs
not
tough.
too easy. Yeah, I would agree. That's not
England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama.
I'd put that at number 3 in mine. So yeah, you could swap that out for number 2.
Because Croatia's old, but they're still dangerous.
Yeah. And Panama is never a pushover.
Panama's not a pushover, and Ghana they're having a little bit of a resurgence. They're, the African teams, the 2 top African teams in the tournament are Senegal and Morocco. They're the ones who contested the African final, which was quite controversial.
Shit show.
Here's a question. Yeah. Do Haiti or Curacao win a game?
No.
Carmen.
Let's see. What we got? Haiti. No. Let's see.
Do they even tie a game?
Yeesh.
No.
No.
Haiti loses all 3.
I think Curacao might tie one.
Who's Curaçao's group?
Ecuador, Ivory Coast, Curacao, Germany.
No.
No.
They're losing
No,
all 3.
I think they're going to tie one.
I don't
And
know.
the worst is
Curacao.
Cabo Verde.
Which is.
They're going to get killed by Spain. It's going to be like 12
Well, where do they get their players from?
They imported all their players. Not a single one of them is from Cabo Verde.
Which is why I would think maybe they've got a
But
chance.
they're still not good. You don't just leave a good country to go to you went past it, Cabo Verde.
Oh, sorry. Where was that?
In the middle. It's H.
There we go.
Right? So Cabo Verde, do they technically have a chance against Saudi Arabia? I mean, that's the worst of the worst game. They're both awful. I mean, Uruguay and Spain. But Uruguay, to me, I don't know. They have some talent, a lot of talent, but Bielsa is like, I don't know, he's driven them off a cliff.
I feel like, So, what's the easiest group? I mean, Group H there looks pretty about as easy as it gets.
Yeah,
There's easier group than that.
But
Really?
Spain is, if you're going to have to go to Vegas and spend $1,000 on, I would put that bet on right now, $1,000 Spain.
Are you talking about easy as in one good team and the other 3 are terrible, or
Right,
easy
right.
as in they're all terrible? What's the worst group? So
I meant originally I meant that it was like the group is easy, but I was just looking at Spain and I was saying 100% Spain is going to finish number 1 in that group.
yes.
Absolutely.
And if I don't know,
let's go through.
So
the
what are the
groups.
odds in Vegas? And then should we pool our money and do that bet? Because I'm willing to mortgage the house on that one.
You're gonna get nothing for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna put $1,000
Damn it,
and get
Vegas.
1,001.
Damn it, Vegas.
So here you go.
Vegas. Where do we do? That's all right. All right. So we going
Like
through
Mikey
the
Dobbs put $1,000 on them, and he got
You got
$3.
$1,011.
All right, let's go through the groups though, because instead of jumping around, let's do it systematically.
All right.
All right, first Group A: Mexico, South Africa, South Korea, Czechia.
All right. Who wins this group? I think South Korea might win this group.
I'm going to go Mexico.
Yeah, there's no chance South Korea is finishing above Mexico. Even if Mexico is a disaster at home.
At home,
No way.
yeah.
And Mexico has a very good coach who loves to play the Mexican way. They're finally back to playing Mexican soccer. And South Korea is not good. You want to hear their teams?
I don't.
It's not great.
It doesn't even matter. Mexico's going to Mexico.
Mexico's gonna make, but Mexico has been in every tournament since like the 1980s, and they've gotten out of the group in every single tournament. Now this getting out of the group now in this means nothing, but they are consistent at getting out of the group and then getting out. That's how they are.
So then I've got, was it Czechia? Am I pronouncing that correctly?
It used to be the Czech Republic.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to put them above Mexico and maybe even South Korea.
What?
Yeah.
Carmen,
you
do you
have
want to
Mexico
write
finishing third?
Like
Carmen,
this
do you want to
group
write all this down?
This group is trash.
too.
This is a trash group.
Yes, but what in all these groups, you can almost guarantee the top two.
Not Mexico.
I'm about to
Mexico's.
say, what's
not
You're
up?
saying Mexico's not going to be a top two?
I think they're going to crap the bed.
You are
What?
nuts.
In Mexico?
You're nuts.
Yeah.
At the Azteca at altitude, playing
Yeah.
at home? No way.
Correct.
No
Yeah.
chance. No chance, Mikey Dodds. That is
the Vuvuzuela.
that is
beyond. What was it? With the,
No, that was
what were
in
those things called
South
in South
Africa.
Africa? What are they called?
Vuvuzela.
Yeah, they're going to bring those to the Azteca and shake them up. I'm telling you. They're
That
not
is-
going to know what hit them.
That is beyond contrarian. No offense.
All right. You heard me. You heard it first here on ATL on Fire.
Yeah, and you heard it last.
Group
'cause it will
A.
never be spoken again.
Well, South Africa and Mexico are playing to kick the World Cup off on Thursday at 3 p.m.
Yeah, it's Thursday. It's the first game, and the U.S. plays
3
on
p.m.
Friday.
Gosh.
First game of the whole tournament.
South Africa beating Mexico, and Mexico
So
coming in
let's
third.
go with your. You got to say first, second, and
Right.
third. This is gonna be a lot to write down.
All right.
know.
Now I'll be serious on this. I think Czechia is number 1, Mexico number 2, South Korea, and then South Africa.
Czechia.
Number 1.
That is mad.
Mexico number 2.
Oh, at least he put Mexico at 2. I thought he was saying 3.
I know.
Okay.
No, and then South Korea, and then South Africa.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's where you mix it up, Dave. That's how you win.
Mexico's gonna be one for sure. Even though they're not good, in these groups, there's no such thing as an upset in the first round. Like the entire first round is going to be the most boring thing in the history of World Cup soccer. There's not going to be a single upset.
Oh my gosh, I love the fact that he just keeps digging that Mexico grave.
It's going to be like, I mean, you can literally like write it down the first and second from each group, and your chances, you could probably get a bet in Vegas for picking all the first and second place teams in the groups, all 12 of them, and have a pretty good shot at winning that bet. Like there is not going to be a lot of upset.
Okay, here it is.
Mexico is going to be one.
Okay.
And then, so is it possible Mexico at the very last minute does something crazy and gets a tie and then finishes second? Okay. Maybe, but I mean, they're likely to finish one. And South Korea is going to be 2.
Group B, we're going to have more controversy, Carmen. So let's go. Let's go.
Wait. So Kat said Mexico, and who's coming in second?
South Korea.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, so I'll pick the third, and we'll say which ones are going through. I think the third place team is going to be South Africa.
You think So you think I can't say it.
Czechia.
Who Dobbs think is first, you think is fourth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he's crazy.
I love it. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. So
All right.
Group
B. Let's go.
Group B, the winner is Switzerland.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
not the host team.
reasonable.
It is reasonable. The second place team is Canada. Bosnia Herzegovina is third, and then Qatar is fourth.
Yeah, Qatar's still not going to have won a game.
All right.
Never won a World Cup game, even at home.
I know. So you agree with that, Katz? What's his name? Still the coach of Canada?
Yeah,
You're gonna Jesse Marsh this up?
I think it's gonna be the same. Switzerland, Canada, Bosnia.
Okay.
I mean, Canada's a wild card because at home they could win, but I think Jesse Marsh is a terrible coach.
Well, I think Canada's going to lay an egg. I mean, I almost wanted to put them.
Really?
I almost wanted to put them in third behind. That's what I was like.
But they can get through in third. They'll get out of the group.
That's where I was. That's why I was going to be a little more controversy at first when I looked at it and put them at third. But then as I read it, I put.
That's one of the groups where there are a lot of teams, and there's no clear.
Bosnia and Herzegovina they're gonna be a tough.
Bosnia did really well in the playoffs. They got to the playoffs, and then
I could see them whooping.
They have some good players. Edin Dzeko is still their striker. He's old as dirt, but he's still good.
Still good. How is Canada on that list of where people play? Did you do all of them or just like?
I didn't go past them. They're not good.
Okay.
So they have one great player, right? Who plays at Bayern Munich, right? Alphonso Davies, but he's injured. He's always injured. I mean, he's technically supposed to be available, but he's got a hamstring.
Just lost the golden generation of magic too.
I think that they could really. I agree with Mikey Dobbs in this case that I think that they could really lay an egg.
Okay.
Now, laying an egg still gets you out of the group.
Still gets them in third place. Yeah, I'm with you.
Exactly.
So this one's interesting. Group C with Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland.
Easy pick.
Like I think we know Haiti's gonna be last place, right?
That's right.
And,
Haiti's not winning again.
And Scotland is second to last place.
That's right.
So then the question is it Morocco, Brazil that is number one?
Oh, that's easy.
And I feel, well, you're talking about the semifinalist Morocco in the World Cup last year?
Yeah, I am.
Yep.
That you think that Brazil is absolutely number one. I agree with you.
Okay.
So Brazil's number one, Morocco's number two, Scotland.
We're all in agreement. And that's I thought was not going to be any controversy. I thought we were all going to be in agreement on every group. But okay.
So y'all, let's see. Okay.
Well, this next one's.
I have Brazil, Morocco, Scotland as well.
Same.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
All right. This next one is actually interesting.
This is USA.
Oh, so no, this is the USA one. Okay.
Oh, so what do y'all think?
Sorry, I was looking at.
Is this obvious to y'all? What do y'all got?
Oof. I'm gonna go with my heart on this one because I'm wearing the USA. I got to go USA number 1, Turkey number 2, Australia number 3, and then Paraguay number 4.
Interesting.
Now, you were saying that's a tough pick at USA, but you said what the Vegas odds is like us 75% being first.
It was actually like 77% for us to get out of the group, which is
anyway. I have USA first. I have Turkey second, and I have Paraguay third over Australia.
Paraguay. Okay.
Australia always surprises me, which is why.
Yeah, but they don't have a great team this year.
They've never had a great team.
Well, they've had when the Harry Kuehl and Mark Viduka and
that was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was a good team.
Yeah, but they even without great teams,
that was their golden generation.
That was their golden generation. But
they were all elites. They were all played at Leeds. All the Australians. There's like 3 Australians at Leeds.
Group E.
And that Leeds team made it to the Champions League semifinals with all those Australians.
All right, this is where
But David O'Leary is the coach.
This one I'm gonna take a swing at as well.
All right, what you got?
Well, don't write this down. The obvious choice would, in my opinion, just on paper, would be Germany, Ecuador, Ivory Coast, Curacao. Curaçao's obviously last.
Yeah,
but I think. Okay, this is in our hemisphere over here. Ecuador is going to be number 1.
I like it.
Germany's number 2. Ivory Coast number 3, and Curacao number 4.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say Ivory Coast over Ecuador, and I thought you were going to be nuts because Ecuador is way better. The top 2 teams by far,
Germany.
are Ecuador and Germany. I mean, they are way better. I don't think Ecuador has enough to I can see that as an upset.
But did you see Ivory Coast beat France the other day? Pretty good.
Yeah.
They look pretty damn good.
They did look good.
They look really good.
I'm going to say Germany 1, Ecuador 2, Ivory Coast 3. I think Ivory Coast has, they got to do well. It's a tough group, but they got a chance to get the third.
Yep.
But I think the top 2 for sure. I can see Ecuador finishing above Germany. I don't have a problem with that.
Okay. All right.
So it's very easy in most of these groups to pick the two teams. They're 1-2. Sometimes, it could go either way. Who's going to be? Because sometimes, your third game, you get a tie.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And people might be playing fast.
Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, and Tunisia, Group F. I am going to go.
Crap group.
I'm going to go Netherlands number 1, Japan number 2.
This is a crap group.
Sweden number 3 and Tunisia number 4.
You don't like Graham Potter, Sweden coach?
Japan is better than Sweden, I think.
They're not, but they could finish above them. But I'm going to say Netherlands 1, Sweden 2, Japan 3.
Sweden, Japan.
But it could be Tunisia has a chance of finishing above Japan. It's just Netherlands and Sweden are way above.
Yeah, I don't think Tunisia's going.
No. All right.
All right, so where are we now?
Group G.
G.
We've got Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand. And that one, I'm going to put Belgium number 1, Egypt number 2, New Zealand number 3, and Iran number 4.
I mean, Belgium and Egypt, again, are the class. They're going to finish 1-2.
Yeah.
It's possible it could be.
Like everybody's saying Iran because of the whatever, they're going to come in. I think it's going to be very, very difficult for Iran.
They're
to
both
perform.
terrible sides.
And they're better. But I watched New Zealand just play England, and they're real boring and fully capable.
Yeah, and fully capable of going 3 games without scoring a goal.
That too. Same with Iran.
Yeah. So wait, what did you say, Mikey Dobbs? Belgium, Egypt,
New Zealand, and Iran last.
Okay.
I think Dave has it the other way. With
I have Belgium first, Egypt. I have New Zealand and Iran.
So y'all agree.
Yeah.
All right. So many groups.
Group H. This one is pretty easy.
It's pretty easy to think.
Welcome to Atlanta.
I could be controversial on this on a lot of groups. So this
do it, Mikey Dobbs. Do it, Mikey Dobbs. Do it, Mikey Dobbs. You want to? You want to? Come on, you want to?
All right. If I'm going to be
you can't even.
I could be controversial and put Saudi Arabia number 2, but I could, but it's got to be Uruguay, Spain, Uruguay, Saudi Arabia, Cabo Verde.
Uruguay's got a good team.
Yeah. It's Uruguay. They're always a good team. That's all this country cares about is soccer. If they don't come in number 2.
They always have a good team.
No, but they do.
They have a history. It's a tiny country, though.
Yeah, it's super tiny.
So Uruguay.
Not as tiny as Cape Verde.
So Uruguay, they have the clubs that they're playing at, just in case you wanted to know.
It's Cabo Verde. I kept saying Cape Verde.
Oh, is it Cabo?
Cabo Verde.
I always say
Verde.
Cape. Cabo. Sorry.
Cabo Verde.
Sorry, Cabo Verdeans.
Uruguay, we got Barcelona, Flamengo is the champions of Brazil, Atletico Madrid, Napoli, Real Madrid, Man U, Tottenham, Panathinaikos, Sporting Lisbon, and Al Hilal.
All right.
Good team.
So
including Ugarte, who I know you guys don't like, but I think is a really good player.
You love some
He's just
Ugarte.
been standing around all season. They got 2 guys. They got 2 guys in the center midfield who will literally break your legs. So that's great. You gotta love that. And in the defensive tournament, Uruguay is gonna be a dark horse to go far.
Okay.
Because Bielsa's going to make them run all day. They're going to be high pressing, and they're going to break your legs in the midfield.
All right. So we got Group I, France, Senegal, Iraq, and Norway.
This is a good one. I like this.
It is a good one.
Yeah, what we got?
This is where you absolutely have a third-place team going through because everybody's going to beat Iraq.
Yeah. Everybody's going to beat Iraq. So the question is it Norway or Senegal that comes in second? And I'm going to go with man, I don't know.
It's tough.
It's
tough. It's a coin flip, honestly. I'm going to go France, Senegal, Norway, Iraq.
I thought you were going to blow it, but you didn't. That is it.
Yeah, I was going to blow it.
Senegal is better than Norway.
Really? Okay. And how are their center backs?
But
Do we have people who can?
But Norway They've got Erling Haaland, who scores bucket loads.
Exactly.
I watched him play the other day, and that was like the last game, the send-off game. I just wasn't impressed with the team.
The team's not good.
Whereas like Senegal versus
but they
the US,
know. But the thing about Norway is the team's not good, but they know what they have to do.
Yeah.
It is 9 guys whose job is to get it to
Erling
Erling Haaland in the
Haaland.
box.
Pretty
That's
much.
right.
So that actually helps you
it
when
does.
you don't
It
have
does
like
help. In a tournament. That
now
helps.
a good team. You would think you just put 4 guys on Erling Haaland all the time and you just stuff them.
Oh.
But I don't know.
Okay.
They don't have any plan B. That's plan A, plan A, plan A.
I got Norway being second in this group.
Group J, Argentina, Algeria, Austria, and Jordan.
This is a truly awful group.
Yeah, and it's so
That
bad.
one is bad.
It's so bad. I don't even know where to begin. Except Argentina's obviously number one.
Right?
Argentina.
Argentina could close their eyes and win this group.
And then so my number 2 team, just because I know nothing about Algeria or Austria other than their history, that I've got to say that Austria comes in second, Algeria third, and Jordan fourth.
Austria, Algeria.
I mean, that's my best guess.
It's a total coin flip. Nobody has a clue. Those terrible teams. But this is the thing, so the question is, and this is, again, I'm not a statistician, but, because you have a good statistician. And this might be where we might want to ask Gemini, right? So how, the question is, are you more likely to come out as a third place team from the group if the whole group is even, or if there's just one awful team that everybody beats? That's the question we should ask Gemini.
Say it again. Hold on. Here, we're going to have you ask Gemini.
Because statistically speaking, there's got to be an answer to that.
Dang it, Gemini.
What is it? Are you more likely to come out of a group in the World Cup as a third place?
Say it again here. Say it loud.
Are you more likely to come out of a group in the World Cup as a third place team if the whole group is even, or if there is one team that's terrible and everybody beats them?
That's a really interesting question regarding tournament dynamics. You're generally more likely to advance as a third-place team when there's one dominant, terrible team in the group. Here's why. In that scenario, the other 3 teams are almost guaranteed to earn 3 points from that opponent. That creates a baseline of points, making it easier to accumulate enough points to potentially qualify for the knockout stages as one of the best third-place teams. When the group is entirely even, points tend to be more spread out, which often leads to lower point totals for third place, making advancement less likely. Would you like to dive into some specific group examples from past World Cups?
No, but I think that's what I would have thought.
Okay.
So if we'll go back through the groups because you'll see that it's pretty obvious based on that which groups the third place team is coming out of.
All right. But who'd you have for Jay, Cats?
I think you picked the
Argentina and a coin flip.
Yeah, did you have Austria second or third?
Austria is terrible. I'll just to be a contrarian. I'm gonna pick against.
You're gonna pick the order on the screen.
Algeria.
That's what you're saying?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, they're awful teams.
I was kind of in the same boat. I was like, I want to pick Austria because historically they've been okay.
Not really. Actually,
Algeria.
historically they've been awful.
Algeria is going to pull a draw against Argentina. You heard it here first.
Whoa.
I know.
All right.
That's a controversial pick.
All right. Now we're going down to Group K.
Okay, you know, we
Portugal.
still got 2 groups to go. Congo.
Yeah.
The Democratic Republic of Congo.
Democratic Republic of Congo, Uzbekistan, and Colombia. All right, so
awful. All
right.
Now, I want to preface this before you say who your winner are. I purposely got tickets for Uzbekistan against Congo because in the Mercedes-Benz, it is by far the most competitive match. It is the only one where there are 2 teams that they're both awful, but they're equally awful.
Equally awful.
And so that actually is going to be a really competitive match. And I was like, okay, I want to see. So this is my thinking on tickets. I wanted to see Spain. They're the only good team playing in the first round at Mercedes-Benz. And I'm like, if I'm going to see Spain, I want to see them against Capo Verde, and they might break their all-time world record by beating them 12-0, and that's what I want to see. Like,
we were there.
Screw it, FIFA.
We were there.
It ain't going to be close. Yeah. It's just a question of how long it takes for Spain to score their first goal, and then how many minutes it takes to get the next one. So anyway, and then the Congo versus Uzbekistan is a really equal match. Okay. But they're equally awful, and Portugal and Colombia are by far the class of.
So we still have 2 more groups to pick here. We just mentioned the teams in this group. This is going to be a lot of soccer on TV.
Yeah,
shit ton.
There's a lot of matches.
I love that.
A lot of meaningless matches because there's only one team.
I'll take that though. I don't care. FIFA. That's where FIFA wins. I'm like, damn it, I love soccer.
I know, right? Okay.
Right. So
you got Portugal, Colombia.
I'm gonna go contrarian to Dave too here because
I got Portugal, Colombia.
Yeah,
and then I'm gonna go with Uzbekistan.
Okay, so I'm gonna flip it just because I hate Portugal. And I'm going to put Colombia number 1, Portugal number 2, Uzbekistan number 3, and Congo number 4.
See, I think that's a bad pick because Portugal has a really good team this year, and Colombia is not quite as good as they've been.
Ronaldo can suck it.
Well, it's not Ronaldo.
It doesn't matter. He's on the team, though.
Yeah, he is on.
He represents the Portugal brand.
You want to see where Portugal players are playing? They've got, you know what their point total is at Portugal?
I'm going to guess their point total is 51.
Well, that's high.
It wasn't that high. It was 43.
Well, that's still high.
And part of the reason why they're 43 is because Ronaldo's playing in Saudi Arabia, so that's a 1.
Yeah.
But if you look at their team, right, look, just list the clubs. Porto, Man City, Barcelona, Sporting Lisbon, 3 different players starting for Paris Saint-Germain, the champions. Man United, Man City, Chelsea. I mean, they're
pretty good.
They got a loaded team.
So I missed it though. Mikey Dobbs, you say Colombia, Portugal, Uzbekistan?
Correct.
Congo?
And Congo, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm doing, some of these I'm doing just to be
Mikey Dobbs.
Be me.
Mikey Dobbs.
Yes.
That's
and I'm going to need
Stick it to
y'all
Portugal.
to stop calling it Mercedes-Benz. It is the Atlanta Stadium throughout the World Cup.
It is Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Why you got to give in to corrupt FIFA, Carmen?
Stop it.
Sorry. Okay, continue. All right, we got one more
There's
group.
still a Mercedes
Group
logo
L.
on the roof.
A huge ass, big ass
England,
Mercedes.
Croatia, Ghana, and Panama.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
What we got?
We have. This is kind of a tough one too. I mean, England's number 1.
Okay.
Man, is Croatia the old Croatia without Luka Modric in his form? I don't know.
Luka Modric's like 100, but he never stops.
The Croatians still play like Croatians. I'm going to give them number 2, and then I'm going to say, Panama, and then Ghana.
Croatia clubs. Bayern Munich, Ajax, Real Sociedad, Man City, Sociedad, AC Milan, Hoffenheim, PSV, and
good number 2 pick.
Yeah. That's good number 2.
Yeah. It's very clear that Croatia's the second team.
Okay.
Don't overthink it.
So who did you have as your third, Panama or Ghana then? Hey, Dave, read the hat.
Panama. Neither, but as we just learned from AI, in the groups like this where it's more equal, they're not going through. So let's start with the very likely teams. Go back to the top where the third place team is going through.
Wait, so you have Panama and
I have
Ghana.
England, Croatia, and Panama.
So you're saying the Spain one is the mixer where they're not.
You got to find the terrible teams.
Yeah, that's the Spain group.
So the worst team in the whole tournament is probably go to Capo Verde, in Spain.
Where are they?
It's down.
Keep going. Yeah, there it is. Group H.
So Capo Verde is going to lose to everyone.
Correct.
So that means Saudi Arabia is going through.
Yeah. Haiti's going to lose to everybody.
Haiti is the second awful team.
Maybe Curacao.
And Curacao. So in the Haiti group, Scotland is almost for sure going through.
Yeah.
And where's Curacao?
Where was Curacao? E.
Curacao is E. So almost for sure Ivory Coast is going through. So those three you can almost bank it.
Yeah.
Because that's
only,
where
how many don't go through?
there's only 4 third place teams that don't go through.
So the U.S., it would be an ultimate travesty.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, that's why we're saying about
Disaster.
Canada.
Disaster.
So let's now go to the opposite way.
Isn't that awesome? That's why I'm saying.
So if we go back to our groups of death, where the most even, not necessarily group of death, but where all 4 teams are terrible. So we had 2 groups where all 4 teams are not good. There's really nobody great. Canada, Bosnia, Qatar, and Switzerland. That's the group where they're all meh.
Yeah.
Right? That's a likely group where no third place team is coming out of it.
Okay.
So whoever finishes third, could be Canada,
Okay.
is out.
What are
Because
the
they're all equal.
Let's go up to Mexico. There's a lot of meh in that one, too.
There's a lot of meh in Mexico, especially amongst the second, third, and fourth. So you got to figure the
Especially
third place
against number
team
1.
there is out.
Okay.
So that's likely either South Africa or
Where
maybe
does
South
Mexico's team rank in the numbers here?
Korea. I didn't do Mexico.
That was a huge mistake, Dave. Because that's
so
why
many
they're
hours.
not going through. They're going to be number 4. What did
It's
I
not
say?
great.
Yeah.
They're relying on Jimenez.
Yeah.
They have one amazing player.
You know what I'm saying?
Edson Alvarez, their defensive midfielder.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe we can get him as the backup to Tyler Adams. He can be like, oh, I'm American.
Yeah.
Can Luna jump?
All right, here I'm going to help you.
Okay, who are we looking at now?
So
You got it.
I got it now.
All right.
So there's another group where they're all terrible and equal.
So far, we had A and B groups were all terrible. Terrible.
Keep scrolling down. No. That Argentina.
This one.
Yeah, Argentina.
Argentina with
Yeah.
Algeria,
That's it.
Austria, and
Yeah.
Jordan.
That's horrible.
So the third place team is not going through there either.
Yeah.
Whoever it is going to be.
Yeah.
So whoever finishes second has got a ticket to ride. But that's it. So that's is that 2 or 3 that we said we're not going through?
A, B, J so far.
A, B, J, and I would think that the last one is probably this one: Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, and Tunisia.
F. All right.
I don't know.
That's another.
I
'cause
disagree with
outside
that
of the
one.
Netherlands, the other teams aren't great.
So
Sweden isn't as bad as
Sweden's
maybe.
okay.
I don't know. Sweden.
who
might
does
be
Sweden
okay.
have?
It's not that clear after that who absolutely. We're trying to do something impossible here, which is to predict
Correct.
which groups the third place team
Yeah.
is not going through. So
Yeah, I talked to somebody the other night who knows more about Sweden. They thought they had some decent players.
they've got Graham Potter,
Graham
but
Potter.
they struggled to even qualify.
That's a good.
But
point.
they always qualify.
U.S. didn't even need to qualify, so I mean,
Well, you know.
I mean, how pissed off must Italy be? I mean, look at some of these teams. It's
Italy
like-
lost to Bosnia.
they have nothing to complain about except.
But still, you got to be pissed off.
Is this the 3rd World Cup they haven't made in a row?
No, they missed 2, and then the other one they won the whole thing.
No.
They won in 18. Was that 18?
Yeah,
Didn't they win in 18?
whatever that was. That
No, they
World Cup.
didn't win in 18. No.
Look it up.
Here I come.
When's the last time Italy
I
won?
was comfortable.
But they, outside of missing the World Cup, the one World Cup that they made, they won it all. So Italy.
So Italy. When was it?
2014 is the last time they
Yeah.
qualified for the World Cup.
And they
Really?
won.
Yeah.
It was 14?
In Brazil.
No, they didn't win in Brazil.
They
That
didn't
was
win in
Germany
Brazil.
won in
That's what I'm
Brazil.
saying. They won in
When
2006.
when did they win?
2006, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
They lost
Wait,
one.
they've
been-
What? That
when
can't
did
be
it say-
right. Wait, what am I?
They
What's
have-
the answer?
They have not been in the picture
Sorry,
at
okay.
all.
Why didn't it answer the question?
I know. Just give me a year.
That's what I'm saying. They haven't even played in the World Cup since 2014. Think about
Your
that.
Gemini is killing us. When's
This
the
isn't-
last time that?
This is because the browser is the computer.
When's the last time that
It's defaulting to
Italy
Yahoo.
won
It's
the
too
World Cup?
much. It's too much. Okay, so what do we got? All right. Oh, for Christmas
They
nuts.
won in
cute.
2006.
So 98 was France. 2002, Korea, Japan. 2006, 2010. Wait, did I miss it? When did they
I
win?
think you missed it.
When did they win? Sorry. That was
When's
18.
the last time Italy won the World Cup?
Oh no, it's France. Well, crap, monkey. I don't know.
Oh, you know what it was?
Italy.
2006. That's what I said. Yeah, Germany. In Germany,
Okay.
Italy beats France.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
But since
That
2000,
was the headbutt, Materazzi, right? When they beat France with Zidane.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
it
Oh my
was,
gosh, was that?
When he
Jeez.
taunted him and he headbutted
He
him.
did. He said something about his mama.
About his sister.
Oh, was his sister?
Yeah.
He deserved that headbutt.
Italy is a cheeky team. They either totally implode or win it all.
Insane. Okay.
But yeah, 2014. Italy has not qualified for the World Cup.
Yeah, it's bad.
Okay.
That's
How many
bad.
times have they won the World Cup?
A lot.
I'm not asking.
3.
I know.
3
crap
times?
2. Maybe it's only 2.
Maybe
3?
only 2.
3. It's 2 or 3.
All right. So let's go around and pick
Now we got to pick where the U.S. is going to get to.
where we're going to get to. I think we make it to the round of 16 and fall off after that.
Okay. So it's group stage and then
And
32. Yeah, we get past that. Yeah, 16. I agree with you.
And I got us in the quarterfinal.
Oh, I
Which
thought
is-
you were going to go semis.
Which is the best we've
No,
ever
I
done.
think our goal should be the semifinals
Yeah.
at home. But I
Okay.
think realistically, quarterfinals.
I think Dave's being optimistic, which is good. I hope we
Our
make-
defense sucks, and everything that says about the World Cup. So this is me being like, our team is really good, the coach is good.
But if you're only
but-
going to give up one goal,
But if you talk about World Cup, if I go with the analytic side of me, you would say, look, our team is not built to do that well in the World Cup just because of the nature. But contrary to that, being at home, having an excellent team has historically meant that teams have gone far.
Okay.
Carmen,
I still think we're not getting.
you're with me.
I'm with you.
Crap out in the round of 16.
I think so.
Don't quite,
I
quite
think
make it to
so.
the
And I'm
quarterfinals.
hopeful for that. I'll
On
be
the
honest.
250th anniversary of our country, we can't even make the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
We've been around for 250 years, people.
Yeah, that'd be
I mean,
awful.
let's hope.
Oh,
Let's hope.
gosh.
All right. So now, who wins it all?
Good question.
I go.
That's a great question.
I go France. I'm going France. I like France.
I'm betting France and the other thing basically. So
Shit.
why not?
I was going to pick France.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Because
How
what
could
did
all
we
be
have?
on
The, yeah, we got. Okay,
They
now I
have the
got to be
best.
contrary.
So
to
one thing I
somebody.
will
What do we
say,
got?
one thing I will say about this World Cup is that in my opinion,
Can I bet the USA on this bet that we win it all? Even though in the last bet I said they grab out of the round of 16.
That is that's a Mikey
is that
Dobbs thing to
possible?
do. I think go for it. I will allow it.
let me say something about this World Cup. I actually think, so there's a bunch of really good teams. I think it's top heavy, right? So the top 8 or 16 teams are really way better than the rest. There is a huge gap between the top teams and the next. But of the top teams, there's not really a clear favorite. France has the best squad, but it's not like they're so much better than Spain or England or Portugal or Argentina
Where
or
was-
Germany or Netherlands.
Which group was Belgium in there that we overlooked? Why did I feel like we didn't talk about
They
Belgium?
had Belgium
too.
winning the group. They have an easy group.
What do we have?
Everybody had them winning because their group sucks.
Yeah, which group are they in?
Tunisia.
G, Belgium, Egypt, New Zealand, and Iran. Or Iran.
Yeah.
Every-
Okay,
It's a terrible group.
so if I
Easiest group ever.
if I actually had to place a bet in Vegas on like winning the World
Trying
Cup,
to win money or
yeah, just trying to win money, just
I like
on,
it.
a,
I like
a
it.
long shot,
like a
dark
long shot.
horse.
Oh, okay.
Belgium is like the golden generation was like 2-3 World Cups ago.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Belgium wins the World Cup.
Ooh.
No.
It's stupid, totally
That
stupid.
is stupid.
Yeah,
Because if you're going to go with a team that
the team that beat the U.S. 5-1 and made us look silly.
They did make us look silly. No.
I mean, the great team that you think is going to make it to the quarterfinals
If you're going to pick an
that
upset,
beat us
What
5-1,
happens?
and you think that they're not that good, that
a
this
team
is a crazy
nearby
bet?
that's a way better pick is Portugal.
See, I'm thinking Portugal. I might go
Portugal has
Portugal.
a dark horse team. They're very talented.
They're not dark horse. They're favorites.
They're not favorites.
They're in the top 4 or 5 of for
Go
sure.
back to the odds,
We're
Carmen.
going nuts.
I feel like Belgium is at least only in the top 10.
Let's
There's
see.
the odds for all teams. There we go. So Spain is the favorite, then France, England, Portugal is the
Why
fourth
is
team.
England so high? Should England be that high? Do you think?
England's an interesting team because they don't have the superstars that they've had, but they have a really knockout coach. Tuchel is like a genius at winning one-off games.
Okay.
Like that's his thing. He's done incredibly well in the Champions League, for example, even
Okay.
when his teams are not that good in the knockout phases. Because what he does is he sets his team up to neutralize, and England is like the perfect team for that because they don't have that many. They have great players. I mean, they're very good players.
Right.
But they have players who are super trained. Like these guys can do any system that you want to know,
That's
right?
fair.
And with under Tuchel, like
Okay.
England is a dark horse to win it all, for sure.
They're not a dark horse, though. That's what I'm saying. They're not a
Well,
dark
so
horse.
when in the betting
would've
do you
thought
go
they
down
were.
to dark horse? So one,
Like anything above, I'm sorry, Argentina and Brazil is not a dark horse. in
Okay.
this.
all right, so you got to
Germany,
go down.
Netherlands, Belgium, and Norway and Colombia, Morocco are dark horses. And Japan and USA, if you want to be crazy.
Scroll down. Well, if you're gonna do that, to me of those teams,
Yeah.
by far the best bet as a dark horse is USA. We on
No
that on those odds, we are by far a better odds than
The
that.
team that embarrassed us in Mercedes-Benz, Belgium, is not a better dark horse pick.
No,
Now you're smoking crack. Like, did you see
we're
Doku?
the home team.
Did you see Doku
Yeah,
like
he's very
run
good.
circles around us like we
Yes.
weren't even there? He's gonna smoke whoever.
But you're
he's playing.
talking. You
I'm
said
talking
dark
about.
horse.
I'm talking about talent on the field.
We're a better
not your
dark horse.
crazy piece of paper of what clubs they play. Like,
So
I'm
let's-
talking about
all right.
real soccer
All right,
and
hold
the
on.
players on the field.
Your
and
crazy
watching
piece
Doku,
of paper. They're like,
So here's the bet, Carmen. Of all the things that we've come up with, here is the
what
bet.
we got? What we
I
got?
will absolutely 100% take U.S. gets further than Belgium.
Ooh.
How
hold
much?
Up, hold
A bottle of wine is what we always do.
Where are my
Deal.
pens? All right. So what's the bet? So Kat says.
Now, if they go to the
US
same round, it's a tie. Nobody wins. If they
All
both go out in the same round.
Okay. So U.S. goes farther, whatever it is, than Belgium.
That's a good bet.
That's a
Okay.
good bet.
Because you wanted your dark horse.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Belgium in this thing. So Belgium's
is ranked
33 to
higher.
1. The U.S. is 50 to 1. So
Right.
I'm taking the harder bet. Like, I
Correct.
should be getting like points.
Well, I know that's why I'm taking the bet because I'm going to be right.
Nope, you're going to be wrong. Those odds are
And
crazy.
the best thing is if I lose, I'm still going to be happy. See, I'm
Those are
winning
the
either
best
way.
bets.
It's
The
the best
best
bet. See,
bets.
and
I love
it
it.
just dawned on him too. That was amazing. He's like, "Damn it, you're right, Mikey Dobbs."
All right. I like it. I like it. Okay.
That's a good bet to end this podcast on because that's a
Yeah.
great because those are two
That's a good one.
dark horses.
If I have to
odds-wise, they're in the
celebrate
same.
my loss by bringing a bottle of wine, that's going to be fantastic.
Because if you look through those teams on odds, to me, that's the team that jumps out as being too low. Do I think the U.S. is going to win the World Cup? No. But if I had to pick a dark horse down at those betting odds in that range, it is clear the U.S. is by far, at home, the best bet.
I also think watching Belgium play
Yeah.
live against the U.S. and watching the talent on that team, including another very amazing midfielder,
De Bruyne.
De Bruyne,
But De
who's-
Bruyne he hasn't played a game in 6 months.
doesn't matter.
matters.
It's a tournament. It's like saying Messi.
It's
hasn't
possible
played.
De Bruyne doesn't even play.
He's gonna play. Yeah.
Maybe.
Look at
Where
that.
was he this last year anyway? I don't
He's
forget.
injured. He pulled his hamstring and he's been like,
Everybody's got a hammy pull going into the
he's
World Cup.
done.
Richards,
Don't
everybody.
get me wrong. I'm not going to
Yeah,
argue that
trust me.
he's an amazing player.
Yeah, he's gonna-
but he's not an amazing player right now.
He is in a tournament, World Cup. All you got to do is just make it through the tournament and retire. That's what De Bruyne is probably
You
thinking
are
right now.
nuts.
You don't think De Bruyne is thinking about retiring after this World Cup? I don't know.
No, he's coming to the U.S.
Okay, well,
Oh, wait.
okay, he's retiring after the World Cup.
I'm about to say.
Well said.
Same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
you said it, and I didn't say it. You just said he was coming to the U.S. after. So yes.
So Belgium has a great squad, but it's not because of De Bruyne. It's because of Doku. I mean,
Correct.
that's a way better player than De Bruyne right now.
Trust me, that's what I came out
That's
fine.
way better.
But
And Courtois in goal.
But that's why I'm saying it's a beautiful
Great
national team when
goalkeeper.
you have De Bruyne who can just pass it to him and
And Tielemans.
yeah, but it's all about the gelling of
Great
Belgium
player.
with De Bruyne being. He doesn't need to be 100%.
Lukaku
That guy at 80% is better than most of the world players.
Him on the bench is not better than anybody.
He ain't gonna be on the bench. He looked great.
Google search whether or not De Bruyne is gonna.
Did you
start
not
in the
watch him
World Cup.
against the U.S. team when we were at Mercedes-Benz? He ran circles around us.
What is
I don't know what you were watching. Were you not watching him dominate us?
Oh, gosh.
Do you disagree with that?
What happened in the friendly?
It wasn't good.
It wasn't good, no. And it wasn't like we had a bad squad out.
We did. The center backs were not good.
Oh,
And we hadn't gone to our five. It's a totally different thing.
yeah, it's because Doku is going to run over anyone.
Oh, he had a goal.
All right.
In the,
Carmen,
against the 5-0
Dave and I are going to wrestle now. It's all right.
This is going to be fun. It is
all
going to
right.
be a fun month and some coming up here. I'm
Thursday,
excited.
this whole thing kicks off.
Kicks off Thursday. Watch your telly.
Mexico, South
So-
Africa at 3 o'clock. And then who's the night game on Thursday?
I thought there was only one game, but I'm not sure.
No, there's
so
two.
too. Oh, there is?
That's
And
what I
it
was
should
saying.
be Canada because it's always the host teams that open up.
It's not. It's,
maybe.
maybe it is. It's some weird.
Anyway, what I was going to say is,
It's at 10 o'clock kickoff on Thursday.
so one of the things that we will do here on the ATL on Fire podcast is we will have a podcast that's right at the end of the group stage, which is boring. Everybody's going to know.
Yeah.
And right before we get to when we know what all the matchups, and we'll go over it based on the knockout phase. And we will also, y'all will be required to get in on the ESPN fantasy group. And we're going to have a ATL on Fire fantasy challenge to see who can pick the knockout phase the best.
Okay.
So
That's
when-
the real World Cup.
So when do I have to start?
So
that?
that'll be our real bets instead of this nonsense we're doing.
Nonsense. Yes, this is total nonsense.
But there are 2 games on Thursday. We got Mexico, South Africa, South
June.
Korea, whatever it is.
Chechnya.
And then on Friday, we got Canada, Bosnia, and USA, Paraguay.
When did Turkey become Turkey or whatever it is? Like, they're just like shaming us for saying it.
I mean,
wrong
that's
for all these
kind
years.
of what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like.
I
Hey, you
mean,
guys have been saying Iran wrong, and they're
Yeah.
like, Tyler Adams, get it right.
Right.
It's
We're gonna put in
it's
some extra,
Iran.
like, letters.
Do you know that your people are suppressed? And they're like, Iran, are you sure that this is the argument you want to be making right now to Tyler Adams?
So the other thing that you should know,
Okay,
So
what?
so
What do we know?
let's have your prognosis. When do you think what date does the first round end?
Huh?
When does the first round end in the calendar?
Is it,
How long is it going to be? When do we have to do our picks? I'm about to tell you what
do
day.
you know the date?
Yes, I
So-
know the date.
It's kicking off on
is it like July 4th or something?
Kicking off
the
this.
13th.
Today's the
12th?
9th, so it's 11th.
11th. Oh, man. I'm going to go the 5th. I don't know
5th
why.
of July.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the 4th of July.
No, it's not that late. It's,
Okay.
it's the 27th.
27th. Okay.
Oh, that's a lot of soccer.
It's
I was gonna say it's a lot of soccer.
Oh my gosh.
It's like this. This World Cup is like it's going to be a very slow start
Yeah.
with all the favorites winning and a lot of blowouts, and then it's going to kick into high gear because you got
Except for
32
Mexico.
in Mexico.
So what are the times of the games like every day? Why does it say 12 a.m.? What can't be right, can it?
That's I don't know what that is.
Yeah, but it's probably like noon.
Noon.
3.
Spain against Cabo Verde is noon here in Atlanta.
We've milked this podcast as long as it can go.
Oh, yes, we have.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Let's see what we got.
Just like back in
Just-
Guadalajara, you say,
Let's go, USA.
New season of Ted Lasso coming.
Women's soccer.
Thanks for listening, everybody. See you in the next update. Vamos USA.